And now we need to take the DBH of this tree. I probably should have chosen a smaller tree to show you how to measure DBH, because it's going to be difficult to get a DBH from this one. We will tend to use a dressmaker's tape. Okay, again, we've got to make sure that we are not using the inches, we are using the metric centimeter side. Okay, and what a DBH is, stands for diameter at breast height. Breast height is a standard height above the ground, and breast height is usually 1.3 meters above the ground. And the way that you can make sure that you measure 1.3 meters above the ground consistently each time is to measure 1.3 meters above the ground. So where's 1.3 meters on here? 1.3 meters is here. You can measure 1.3 meters above the ground on your body. Okay, it reaches up to my second button on my shirt. All right, so I know that that is 1.3 meters above the ground. So when I stand next to a tree, I need to measure it at about this height. This is 1.3 meters above the ground, and that is breast height, a standardized height. So to measure the diameter at breast height, we are actually not going to measure the diameter, we are going to measure the circumference of the tree. And then we will convert that circumference into diameter later. Why do we use diameter instead of circumference? It is really the convention, what people use. Diameter is something which you can then convert into volume, and volume is a very important metric when it comes to calculating timber amounts and timber volumes. Okay? All right, so to measure the DBH, we have to get intimate with the tree. We need to wrap the tape around it. Quite often when we have such a big tree, we will need to walk the tape around it. So start the tape there. Put your finger on it. Thank you. And we've actually probably gone above 1.3 meters, but we'll adjust that. Try and get your tape underneath all the vines. Okay. That's a convention. All right, I'm not going to reach all the way around, so I'm going to mark it off there. You can let go now, Renoir. So that's 150 centimeters, and then starting again. Continue around. I fell in a hole.
That sometimes happens.
It happens, yeah. All right, so round to where the tape started there. So that's 150 plus 84 centimeters, 234 centimeters in circumference. Okay? All right, so let me repeat that on a smaller tree, which you can probably see how it works much more easily. So we'll go on to this tree over here. Let's measure the distance. If you were holding that. Okay. So the distance is 4.15 meters. Okay? Yeah, 4 meters and 15 centimeters. 4.15 meters. And to measure the DBH, look at my second button. So DBH is about this height. Wrap the dressmaker tape around the tree. Come back to where it started. So the circumference there is 94 centimeters. I think it's actually 93.5 centimeters. Okay, so the circumference there is 93.5 centimeters. Okay, all right, so we'll do that for each one of the trees. So we'll have for each point 4 trees, each with a DBH, each with a distance from the point to the tree, and we will have some sort of species identification for each tree as well. Okay? So in this case, this is a fine leaf. This one was an olivier. The one over the far side was a laurier. And which one? Oh, this one here. I think this one was a guataquer. Yeah, just looking at it, it's a guataquer. Okay, let's leave that for now.